Yo, what up everyone? I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. 10.2 is dropping tomorrow, so I decided to hit you guys up with a quick Mythic Plus guide showing the best talents and rotation that I found so far. Now, this is all obviously subject to change because they can buff and nerf stuff out of nowhere, but I'll do my best to keep you guys updated. So let's start with the talents. This is kind of the best build that I found so far. It's really fun. It's mostly passive damage and it's doing really well. We're still obviously doing the same stuff that we were doing last season. You know, using guillotine, using our dogs on cooldown, implosion whenever we have 6 to 9 imps at least, using power siphon if we don't have demonic cores, you know, just the normal stuff. The new things that we have is we're using Vile Fiend. Vile Fiend now cleaves because of this talent. So it just gives him an aura just like Demon Hunters that just cleaves enemies every minute. So he is really good in keys and in single target right now. And this new talent that buffs the bats, which they are here, but we still don't spec into them because it buffs the bats and it gives our spells a chance to summon bats. So we don't need to spec into it. It's just a passive proc that can happen out of nowhere. So I really like it. And I think it's worth the point because it's doing nice damage, at least from the testing so far. You can get out of this and go like Pact of the Imp Mother, so you know you have an extra Hand of Gul'dan proc, but it's kind of low. You can go to the imps so you can get more single target, but I really like this and I think it's really fun, and I miss using bats, to be honest. Obviously I will update this if I find a better build, but at the moment this is pretty decent. I like it very much. For rotation, not much is changing. We're still using dogs on cooldown. We're still using power siphon when we have 2 imps and at least 2 demonic core procs so we don't overcap. We're using Vile Fiend now, and Vile Fiend, we're not using him on cooldown because Vile Fiend is a 40-second cooldown and our Tyrant is a 1 minute, so we kind of use him on pull and then we hold him to the next Tyrant. So we just use him with every Tyrant. Because obviously Tyrant makes Vile Fiend do more damage, so if you use it before it, like you end up holding him 7-8 seconds. So it's way better to hold him 8 seconds than just using him and wasting him. Because if you use him at 40 seconds, he's not out for 20 seconds, so you're not going to end up catching him with your Tyrant. So we hold him for now. I'm using dogs on cooldown because dogs is 20 seconds. So technically it would be like 20 seconds, 20 seconds, 20 seconds. Then Tyrant is up and dogs is up and then you use it again. You can hold dogs as well. You can hold them for like 7 seconds, 8 seconds as well. And it doesn't matter that much. But that will all come to how much you're moving on the boss or how much you're moving on the pull. You know, like is there a mechanic that you're dealing with? Because if there is stuff like that, you can end up holding your dogs for like 5 seconds, and if not, if you're just like standing still, you can use them whenever Tyrant has like 20, 21, 22 seconds cooldown, and then you can use them again whenever Tyrant is about to come up. So I've been using them on cooldown, but Vile Fiend, I've been holding him. Same thing with the Guillotine. I've been holding Guillotine for Tyrant because Guillotine is a pet ability, so Tyrant makes your pet does more damage, because if you see here, Guillotine is under your pet damage right here. So I end up holding it as well. It's really, it doesn't matter. Like, you know, your cooldowns would be summoning your Tyrant, you have all your imps out, all your dogs, your Vile Fiend, you go Demonic Strength, then you go Guillotine, then you just wait to the next Tyrant. So it's pretty easy. What's gonna be complicated a little bit is, or not complicated, but it's kind of fun, is having Doombrand on all enemies. Now, if you're fighting 20 enemies, that's a lot of enemies to have Doombrand on. So just try to have it as much enemies as you can, or like the enemies that's gonna stay alive until Doombrand expires. And by the way, Doombrand is our 2 set and 4 set, the new one. The 2 set makes Demonic Core, which is the passive that makes Demo Bolt instant, applies Doombrand on enemies. And then your Handed Gul'dan reduces, it applies Doombrand for 20 seconds on enemies, and then your Handed Gul'dan reduces the cooldown, or it makes Doombrand expires faster. And then when it expires, it has a chance to summon a Doom Fiend that would cleave enemies as well. So technically, we want to spread our Demo Bolt on as many enemies as we can. And that's how we put the brand. So just like if you're playing Affliction or Destro and you put your Immolates and your Agonies on multiple enemies, we're going to spread our Demo Bolts on multiple enemies as well. So it's a new way to play Demo, and it's kind of fun. Hopefully it's not going to be really annoying. It might be annoying in low keys because stuff gonna die before your Doombrand expires. But I mean, low keys are annoying no matter what you play, unless you're playing melee or like a Fury Warrior. So it's gonna be really fun and higher, you know, like when stuff are staying alive till Doombrand expires. And it would be even better when stuff are staying alive until Doombrand expires, and they're staying alive when you proc that Doom Fiend, and then your Doom Fiend will do its maximum damage before everything is dead. So there's a lot of prerequisites, but you know, we shall see. So the rotation is going to be, we're going to Power Siphon. We're going to start, you know, 2 Shadow Bolts. You start using our cooldowns. And then Demo Bolt this target to put the Doombrand. Then Demo Bolt this target. And then 2 Handed Gul'dan, summon your Tyrant. Use all of your cooldowns. Use your Guillotine here. And then just wait for a proc. Use Power Siphon here. Put another Doombrand. You can Implosion. Put another Doombrand here. And just keep spreading them. Now we have 3. Now we have 4. We put it on the 5th one. And we just keep doing that. Single target is going to be the same thing, but without Implosion. It's really simple and straightforward as well. Now for Tyrannical Week, whenever you want more boss damage, I can see us going out of this to go for this talent, the Imp one, because Imps are insane in single target, and maybe switching Guillotine for Hatred. But we can just keep it the way it is, just for like, okay, how are you gonna do single target for Fortified weeks? Because those are like, you know, more tyrannical weeks. It's the same. Power Siphon, 2 Shadow Bolts, use your Felguard, your Vile Fiend, your dogs, and then you don't need to spread, you know, your Demo Bolts because there's nothing to spread it on. If the boss have adds, then sure. You summon your Tyrant, your Demonic Strength, then you drop your Guillotine here. And yes, drop Guillotine on single target because it's still more damage than not dropping it. And that's it. Basically just using your dogs, your Demo Bolt, Power Siphon, and just keep doing that until your Tyrant is back up. I'm going to use dogs right now because we have 30 seconds on Tyrant. We have plenty of time. We can't use Vile Fiend. We're just going to wait. And we can start using Vile Fiend like right about now whenever there's, you know, 12 seconds on Tyrant, or 10 seconds if you want yourself to be comfortable. And we can use Tyrant right now. Same thing, Tyrant, Demonic Strength. And after Demonic Strength expires, you put Guillotine down. And then just keep using your dogs. No Implosion because we don't have Gang Boss anymore. They changed it up, so I kind of miss Gang Boss. It was a lot of fun, but yeah, it is what it is.